pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Right? But turning back, getting back on topic. Remember, I was talking about the serpent, right? Because where it's talking about in Deuteronomy 18:10, there shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. That it says, or an enchanter, goes back to the word serpent, right? Which is Nakash, right? In the last one, Qadash. It says on an enchanter, right? And now I show that serpent in Genesis 3:1. That same word was there, right? Nakash. So this is 2 Corinthians 11:3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahawashi, right? Because what did they be doing now? They show these magicians. They show you so-called miracles, right, of today. But really it's dealing with the left-hand side, right, to corrupt your minds, right? The spiritual power is going to come upon the elect, right? The chosen of the elect, right? The elect is going to get that spiritual power, right? So they're gonna the stuff that the small stuff that they be doing is not gonna compare to what the elect are gonna be doing on the right hand side, the righteous side of the Most High. Let me get this for later. So this is Psalms 110, and I'll start at the top. The Lord said unto my Lord, right, talking about Yahawashi, which that right there can only be talking about Yahawashi. But Solomon is talking about Solomon, but Solomon, the same spirit that was in Solomon, it's the same spirit that's in Yahawashi. It's the same person. And he was Isaac also, right? And Melchizedek. It says, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit down at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thy enemies. Right? Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So that day of thy power is coming up, right? Because measure thou the time diligently. These things the prophecies are coming to pass. The end of days are coming to pass, the end of Esau's world, right? So And as it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Most High is going to lift up a standard against him, roughly paraphrasing. So it says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast to do with thy youth, right? The dew of thy youth. Because what did it say? I'll show you what it said. It says in Zechariah 12:8, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among, this is how he's going to defend us, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, right? And the house of David shall be as the Most High. And David was a man of war. Like, he got bloody in the past. And the house of David shall be as the Most High. Right? So that's talking about the elect, the 144,000. As the angel of the Lord before them. And one angel can destroy the whole world. Right? The angels have power, but they follow the commandments of the Most High. Right? They don't do anything they want. Right? And this is Revelation, Revelation 22. Revelation 22:10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. Right? And that's even more right now. It's the most it's ever been right now. Right? And I say that almost every video. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And all these things are going to come to pass. Right? So it's just heating up. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So those still dealing with, those still being a witch right now, they're going to be a witch to the end. Basically. Those dealing with the soothsayers and doing all this wickedness, they're going to keep waxing worse and worse. 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last, talking about Yahawashi. Right? Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Right? For without our dogs, right, hear this one, for without our dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, I, Yahawashi, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Right? But going back up to 15, it says, for without, so those that are not entering, right, that's gonna be fit for that salvation. For without our dogs and sorcerers, and that's where I wanted to get. Right? If you're dealing with these things, you're dealing with those enchantment cards and tarot cards, and trying to do the horoscopes and doing all these things. You're gonna be left out. That's basically what it's saying right here. So I'm going to Revelation 21 and 8, because while all these things were set up by Esau to make the children of Israel fall, right? Right, so he can stay in power, but we're awakening. This is Revelation 21 and 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. They're going to take part in that judgment that's coming upon America, coming upon all over the earth. But the central place for that is going to be America, right? The 2/3, they're going to get it. The other nations, they're going to get it very bad, right? To line up with what I just said. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12. This is talking about the punishment of what these other people are gonna get, right? Because we're doing the right thing. Lord willing, we're the hopeful elect, right? We hope we are of the elect, right? So this is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, right, correct us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations, right? For they went astray very far in the ways of error. And we want to correct our people, right? But we know that only 1/3 is going to get it. 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to get it and turn back to the God of the Bible, Yahawah, and his son Yahawashi, and held them for gods, which even among the beasts of their enemies were despised, being deceived as children of no understanding. Therefore unto them, as to children, without the use of reason, thou didst send a judgment to mock them. And that's what he's about to do. Right? He does it every day, but now it's going to be a collective judgment. Right? But they that would not be reformed by that correction, wherein he dallied with them, shall feel a judgment worthy of the Most High. And that's on fire. For look, for what things they grudge when they were punished, that is for them whom they thought to be gods, now being punished in them, when they saw it, they acknowledged him to be the true power, whom before they denied to know, and therefore came extreme damnation upon them, right? Because they're going to know a prophet has been among them, because these words going to go all, and have been going all around the earth, right? It's worldwide, right? So there's not going to be denying in that day that those men were right. That's why it's talking about the fame. It's going to be we're going to get famous in these times, right? And we're already getting famous every day, more and more. Jake's coming up talking about the truth, right? So, some people watch these videos and be like, oh, not getting a lot of views. But if you're really sincere about it, going out on the highways and byways, pushing this word, right? That people are gonna notice, right? And you're gonna be an example, as it says in the scriptures, right? Like Yahawashi is our ultimate example, right? So this is Psalms 119 and 15. I'll start at 13. No, I'll start at um, I'll start at 10. 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I err not from thy precepts. Thy testimonies have I taken as a heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform thy statutes, always even unto the end. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of the Most High. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross, therefore I love thy testimonies. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments. Your spirit start moving inside your body when you hear something like that, right? And you really believe these words. All right, so let me go to Isaiah 47. Because this prophecy has to take place too, and it's already taking place. And it's gonna speed up. It's gonna get bigger. All right, I could start at the top, but I'm gonna start at 5. This is